Hello, everyone, and welcome to Psychic A1R Psychic Radio, and of course Moonstruck TV. My name is Gail Moffat. We are airing live, a gateway to the spirit world, and welcome everyone who is listening. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about myself first. I'm a medium, and I live and work in the UK, and I work elsewhere as well in other countries. So I've explored working in the United States, Japan, Europe, and obviously the UK. So I've done a lot of travelling with my work, which has been great fun. My mediumship has changed quite considerably over the last year, and I've welcomed quite a few new guides that will be stepping forward. And so each week I'd like to sort of share a little talk initially with one of my guides. And so as I'm just sort of looking to see who's going to step forward, I'm being made aware that my guide, let's have a look, see who's coming first forward. Right, okay. I've got my healing guide, which is Sebastian, and he is he's an interesting guide because he works with me on my healing, and he's absolutely, he really is, phenomenal. Some of the things that he can come out with regards to healing, and I know that he's looking to do sort of surgical intervention. This is what he calls it, surgical intervention, which I think is quite an interesting name. So he's looking to do a surgical intervention with hands-on healing, and he also he's very sort of knowledgeable. So when he talks to people, he's able to sort of diagnose or look at aspects of health, and which has been sort of absolutely sort of fascinating. Working with him, he's also uses my knowledge. I've got a degree in nutritional therapy, and what he does is he actually might say to somebody, well, you're deficient in calcium or magnesium or B1 or B3 or something like that. So it's not just sort of, the sort of conventional sort of looking at sort of at health, but it's also so from a nutritional and method, which I think is quite fascinating actually to see that as he works. What he does is he's asked me to set up a healing list, which I know a lot of healers work with, and so every day I sit for an hour and I do healing, send out healing to everyone that's on my list, and he engages with other people in the spirit world that help him as well, like the angelic realm or Jesus or Mother Mary or people like that. And he also so the absent healing is really working well. And he said to me, this is interesting, because when I first started doing this, I used to list all the people on the healing list. And he said to me, you don't need to do that, Gail, because I'm aware of everyone that's on the list. You just need to refer to, let's look at healing for people on the list. And he also said that because the list will get too big for you to mention everyone. I thought that was quite sort of interesting. But I know that from another point of view, from the spirit world, the spirit world love to have a voice, and they love to be able to communicate with people from, on the earth plane, and assist them in their lives, and also help them understand some of the truths of spirit and the truths of our own journeys and what life is all about. And I know that they specifically, I know they want to do that through me, and I'm sure through many other mediums as well, and give people a greater and a deeper understanding of what life is about. And so I think that being connected to spirit, or being willing and open to listen to spirit, is a wonderful thing, because I think it can enhance your life greatly, which I think is that's no bad thing, is it? And so what I'm going to do is, I know that I've got a call awaiting, and I was just wondering, are you there?
Hello, yes.
Hello. Oh, what's your name?
My name's Candy.
Candy. Okay. And how are you this evening?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Not too bad. And where are you from?
I'm from Gold Coast in Australia.
Oh, nice. What a great place to come from.
It's not too bad. It's a bit wet and rainy here at the moment, but it's generally pretty good.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, how can I help you?
I've been through a bit of a rough time lately, so I want some guidance moving forward. Just come out of a bit of a rough, rocky relationship and having to tie up some loose ends. So feeling probably a little bit lost more than anything, and just wanting a bit of guidance to help me move forward and take the next few steps.
Right, okay. One of the things that I'm being drawn to is finances. Would you understand that?
Yep, definitely.
Because it's like the biggest issue is your finances, or what came forward straight away as you were talking.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I'm being shown you're going round and round and round and round and round in circles, and not knowing which way to work with this, and sort of get it sort of, it's like everything's being thrown up in the air, and things aren't always landing in the right way that you need it to land. And
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And you're not sure how to move forward. It's like, I get the feeling that you feel it's like you feel stuck, because it's like if you do this, it affects this. If you do that, it affects that, and it's like, and you're going round and round in your mind about how you can sort of resolve things, and it's not sort of happening in the way that you would like.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Have you got children?
No, I have a cat. Does that count?
Yes. I've got a dog, and he's my baby.
Yeah.
But so I know that the finances are sort of really the saw in the side, and I'm just getting that sort of sense that it's almost like you want to reinvent yourself, but you don't know how. And
yeah,
I'm being told that, oh, this is interesting. I've never been given it to me this way. You've got all the answers within. That's not why you rang me, is it?
No, try to get them out.
Yeah. I'm being told you've got all the answers within, and because there's something about you that is quite. I know you've got strength. There's strength with you, and I know that sometimes you don't feel like you've got that strength, but you have. You've got. I get that strong feeling that you've got a lot of strength, and also I've got this feeling about you that there's. When Spirit used the word talent with me, it can mean sort of a lot of things, and they're giving me the word sort of, I feel like it's more you're more capable than you realise, and I think you've got more quite a few capabilities for to do. To do things. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
And I'm also hearing you're quite educated as well. So you've got qualifications around you, and you've got so you're a very sort of able person, but it's just sort of like it's just like it's almost like you've got to sort of re-look at how you construct your living or how you construct yourself, moving forward. And it hasn't been. I get the feeling it just hasn't been as easy as you would have liked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's like you thought that it would be, an easy thing to do, but the reality is that it's been quite a challenge.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're sort of looking for a way of making a living that was a way of the past, but or sort of, it's like you're looking for. It's like things have changed since you were last doing the work in the way that you wanted to do it now, moving forward.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And I know that. that this is. I get the feeling that, I mentioned earlier that you're very well educated, but I also get the feeling that you could benefit from some more training. Would you believe? Because I know I do feel you're very educated, but it may get you over that hurdle. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
It's almost like a sort of get you up to date with your skills, or sort of that sort of thing. Not. I don't feel like you need to go out and do a degree or anything like that. It's just I just get this feeling like you need to be updated with things, or I don't feel like it's you'd have to do something quite massive. But I just feel, but it's like you've looked at that, and it's like, well, how can I do that and sort of sort out my finances that I need it now? And and that's where a lot of where you're going around in circles. And I what I'm being made aware of is that there are some spirit people that are working quite closely with you. And
okay.
I've got a lady that's coming forward in the spirit world that is trying to help you. But I feel that this is a relative of yours. She's this feels like a grandmother, that I'm connecting to, and she feels like she's on your father's side. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
And she's as I've mentioned her, she's got a little bit emotional because I've recognised her and recognised that it was her that was talking to you, because she is. I feel that it's really sort of upset her what you've gone through, because it's not just the breakup, it's been some time before that's been sort of challenging for some time for you, and it's almost like one thing after, she's saying one thing after another that you've had to deal with, and she's wanting to say, I want to promise you that I'm here to help you and get you and help you get back on your feet. So I know that when the spirit world say that, be amazed at how sometimes doors start to open and opportunities sort of come your way. But I do feel that there's a way of getting that sort of your skills up to date and moving forward. I feel that there is a strong way of doing that, and she's encouraging you to look at moving forward in that way.
Yeah. You're right about everything there.
Pardon?
You're right about everything there.
She's got a great deal of love for you, and I know that. Were you a favourite?
I don't know, but I always felt we had a good connection, even though we didn't see each other a lot.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's she's telling me that she had she adored you. I just got that real strong connection with you, and. It almost feels like it's a favourite.
It's really good to know.
So I've got another caller waiting, and but I hope that's helped. And thank you for calling in.
No, that's helped a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you. Right, I believe we have another caller waiting. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello, and who's calling?
This is Gail.
Oh, Gail. Gail, you're speaking to Gail.
That's funny.
Whereabouts are you from?
Oregon, United States.
Oh, nice place. And how can I help you this evening?
Well, I'm at a crossroads. I don't have a job. I don't have a relationship, and I'm just wondering what's going to be happening.
Okay. Let's have a look at that. One of my guides has just stepped forward, and she's just said to me, you're not going to be at crossroads for long, dear. Almost like we've got plans for you. And that's interesting. I'm being told that there must be something that you are interested in from a sort of work point of view, that is helping people in some way. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. I'm not sure which direction to take with that, though. There's a couple of things.
Yeah, because I just got that feeling of what I'm being told is you're a light worker. And what that means to me is that when someone is a light worker, what they are is they've got the light around them from spirit, and often you see people who are light workers. They may be a doctor or a nurse or a teacher or a carer or something of that sort of nature, where they are giving of themselves to other people in some sort of way. And I know that it's almost like this is your role on the earth plane. You've come down to the earth to help people, and I know that and I'm being told that, sort of, my guide is just saying to me, just look at her. She's helping people here and helping people there, and you're always being supportive to other people and giving of yourself, and you just do it naturally, and does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And so, and my guide is saying you're a very special person to us, which is interesting. And this is my guide is Osteria, who's talking, and she says that, and she doesn't say that about many people. This is not something I roll out, sort of quite easily, from my guides. They don't say that very often. They do say it from time to time, of course, but not to everyone. And I just know that there's something they consider you. She's just saying she's one of us, almost like you are a very evolved soul, and you've got a big job to do. Have you ever thought about developing your mediumship?
No, I haven't actually.
Do you ever get sort of instincts or feelings about things or knowing about things?
All the time. But I don't know how to perfect it and hone in on it,
Sure. Well, I think, the important thing is getting the right teacher, and that sometimes is a challenge. And what I've noticed about, the United States is that sometimes there are places that don't seem to have the teachers coming to them. And then there are others where they're swamped with teachers, which is so I know that I don't know if that's the case in Oregon. The first port of call is to go to a spiritualist church, because often they have classes in there. But again, it's about getting the right teacher. So don't be disparaged if you don't get the right teacher. But I get the feeling that you're meant to develop your mediumship, and once you start, they're going to be working with you very fast. It's almost like you're going to be fast tracked. But I still feel that there's something to do with work in a sort of caring profession as well. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I just get this feeling that there's going to be a lot of help. Now, the other thing that I'm just moving quickly because I know that we're running out of time. It's so quick, isn't it? But the other thing that I want to say is on a relationship moving forward, because I know you mentioned that, I don't see that sort of, any time now. What the spirit world is saying to me is about concentrating on your light worker, being a light worker and doing all the things that spirit have in plan for you. I do think that it's essential that you find some way to develop your mediumship, because you are, they're saying to me again, you are an incredible person and you've got a lot of work to do. And it wouldn't surprise me if you did that.
So no relationship in the near future.
Pardon?
So no relationship in the near future?
I'm not sensing it. It's not to say that it's not going to happen, but I'm not sensing it sort of straight away. It's more, I feel you're going to be, you're going to be busy. That's for sure. Very busy. But I hope that helps. I've got 30 seconds left of the show. And Gail, it's lovely to speak to you. Do find me on Facebook if you want to have any answers as to how to develop or things like that, and I'll message you with stuff. It's Gail Moffat, international medium and teacher. So thank you for calling. So thank you everyone, and for the show. It's been lovely talking to you all. Find me on Facebook if you want to find me, Gail Moffat, medium and teacher. Also Facebook, my website is gailmoffat.com, and lovely to speak with you this evening. Thank you.